Peace, peace, peace. Peace and abundance to everybody y'all listening and shit. Hope all is well. You know what I'm saying? Coming with a message, you know what I'm saying? Like, and actually, nah, we not gonna come with a message. Scratch that. I'm gonna just get to the truth series. Like, I meant to do the truth series. Here y'all go. So let's get started, right? I've been doing like multiple videos of the same shit. I'm gonna just talk to you like I'm FaceTiming you right now, so you can kind of like get the connection, you know what I'm saying? So y'all understand. So like, get your blunt, you know what I'm saying? Sit up and listen. Have an open mind. Don't judge what you hear. Don't think what you finna hear is crazy. We live in a crazy world. A lot of things ain't crazy. A lot of y'all motherfuckers that be thinking certain things or having like certain events happen to y'all, that shit ain't crazy. That shit ain't no coincidence, bro. Everything happened for a reason. All right, so let's get started. So I'm explain the time period that we live in briefly, just so y'all understand why this shit is the way it is and why it is up to us as the ancestors that has come back, the titans, the gods that came back for us to take back what's ours. But we have to know these things for us to be able to navigate through the world around us, or else we ain't gonna accomplish that mission. Some people is destined to actually be on that path. Some people are just there to support. Either way it go, you playing your purpose and you playing your role. Everybody got a role. Everybody ain't LeBron. Everybody ain't Kobe. Everybody ain't Jordan. Sometimes you a Ray Allen. Sometimes you a Manu Ginobili. Sometimes you a Tony Parker. Sometimes you Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using sports figures as like kind of an example for you to understand kind of like the mentality that but that we all play in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So boom. What we live in, the era that we live in is called self-forgiveness. I don't want this video to be too long. The reason why it's called self-forgetfulness is because the greatest sin that has been ever done unto the world was not killing someone. It was not stealing. It was not lying. It wasn't any of these things. It was not any of these things, I promise you. The greatest lie and the greatest sin that was ever done unto the world was making you believe as God that you are not God. Making you completely forget. Making you actually question yourself and question reality when you know the answer from within. You just don't trust it. You just don't let that gut feeling guide you. And as a result, we make decisions, we live a certain lifestyle every day that isn't to our highest potential, that isn't us. You know, we consume things, whether it be music or through, you know, the things we see on our phones every day, because this shit is powerful. Like this right here that I'm talking to you on is literally it's a dimension in itself. Like the 3D, 4D world is a dimension within itself. The internet world is a dimension within itself. Like there's that's another video for another day, but essentially the whole purpose of this shit that we live in is to make you forget that you are God, bro. It's like waking up in a dream. It's like living a dream, but instead of waking up, instead of going to sleep and having a dream, you wake up and have the dream. Think of it in reverse. Like, you're not going to sleep to have the nightmare or have the dream. And it's a dream. You know it's a dream. You're waking up to this shit. So when you wake up to this shit, you think that this shit is real because you're waking up. You're rising. You're rising like the sun. But instead, you are actually plugging back into this shit. So because of that, think of this shit like that. You forgot. When you dream, bro, when you dream or when you ascend, that's what our ancestors called it. They called it ascension. They didn't call it death. There was just no such thing as death. There's only ascension, bro. There's only ascension. That's all that exists is ascension. When you sit here and you go through these processes, you understand as a subconscious being, as God, that you are one. There is no higher power. There is no such thing as a as a man in a white gown. There is no none of that, bro. I promise you, I would not make this shit up to you, bro. It's literally you. It's literally you. When you go to sleep, see, this is what most people don't understand. Like, when you go to sleep, some people, like, when they meet these figures in their dreams, they be thinking like the figure, because it's a man, it's God, bro. But you have to understand, God is not a man nor a woman. It's an energy. So when you see these figures, you got to decipher. You got to really tap into who you are, bro. You got to forget these beliefs that you grew up on, because those beliefs is going to make you think that that's what it is when it's not. See, the greatest lie that the God of this world told y'all was that he didn't exist. He made you believe that he didn't exist. That's the greatest deception he's ever done, besides make you believe that you are not God, bro. And I'm going to get to who I'm talking about. So, with that being said, you understand briefly, or you kind of get an understanding of why this shit is the way it is. This is why we as melanated people, we don't seem to get it. We don't seem to get it. We can look at our ancestors, we can look at our grandparents, and then we can look at our parents, and then we can look at ourselves, and we still won't get it. We will still do the same exact shit. We will literally validate every decision, every choice that we make based off of feelings, when in reality, feelings don't even exist. Feelings are just a reaction to a perceived injustice that you think has happened upon you, but is nothing more than unhealed wounds. When someone makes you feel less of who you are, that's a self-esteem thing. You have to look, you got to look at these things, bro, because that's how people hurt you. That's how people hurt you, and that's how we as melanated beings have always reacted. We reacted off of emotions instead of actually logically thinking about what the fuck we're doing and what creations are we making. When I say you're God, I mean you generate your reality, you operate that reality, and you destroy that reality every single day. You generate the reality, meaning you manifest the reality. You play out certain things so then certain things can line up into your reality for you to operate that reality, because you are in control of what you see and what you don't see. You are in control of who you talk to and who you don't talk to. You are in control of who you give your body up to and who you don't give your body up to. You are in control of every decision that you make in your life. Everything that happens to you is your fault, whether it's good or bad, of how you perceive things to happen in your life. It doesn't matter how you perceive it. Even if you think it's good or bad, it's still neutral because it's supposed to happen. You're on a journey. You're just generating this shit as you go and operating it. And then every single day when you go from one reality to the next, you destroy that shit. You destroy that shit. Think about it. When you get out of it, think of a person that's been in a relationship for a whole 2 years. When they get out that relationship, they don't know anything else but that relationship. So they're having withdrawals. They just destroyed that reality. They're not in that reality anymore. So now they have to conjure up or generate or create a new life for themselves, a new lifestyle. That's generating your reality. That's G. When you operate that motherfucker, you actually maintain it. You live it out. You experience it every single day. You're operating that reality. And then at some point, you grow. You evolve. You evolve into a whole different person. That's destroying the previous version of who you were, or the previous reality you lived in, because you're God. You're doing this every day. You're doing this every day. It's just they made you think that you're not doing anything, bro. That's the point. They make you think you're not doing anything, bro. They make you think that you're just going. You just living. No, nigga. No king. Excuse my language. No king, no queen. You are doing more than just living this experience, bro. You are doing more than just living this life, bro. That's why everything is up to you to understand what I'm trying to tell you. It's up to you. I can tell you everything from memory because I lived it. I have deep memory of my past lives. I understand this shit on a different level than most people, than 99% of people on the internet will ever tell you. There is no such thing as reincarnation. You have lived countless lives. How the fuck does reincarnation exist which is, by the way, a fucking Middle Eastern ideology that came from Buddhism and Hinduism, and the idea of karma and dharma, which doesn't even fucking exist. None of that shit exists at all, I promise you. And I'll make a video on that too. All that shit is Caucasian, six ether ideologies for them to understand what the fuck we are. You gotta understand what I'm telling you, bro. A lot of this shit that we look at nowadays in terms of religion, that shit all is dumbed down versions for other people. That don't got nothing to do with you, bro. That got nothing to do with you. There is no such thing as reincarnation. There is no such thing as fucking karma. What that is energy. Energy is not good or bad. It's all vibration. It's all vibration. So literally, you gotta understand, like, you gotta look at it from a different perspective, bro. What goes around comes around. That doesn't mean karma, bro. That means energy, bro. What goes around comes around. So if I'm working out every day and I get bigger, is that good energy or bad energy? It depends on how you look at it. It's neither good or bad. It's just what goes around comes around. So if you working every motherfucking day, you're going to get bigger. You're going to get stronger. Or you're going to achieve whatever goal that you're trying to manifest into this reality. That's just how the shit go. But a lot of people don't understand the esoteric knowledge that came from us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these ideas came from us. That's why I'm trying to get you to understand that they made you forget, my king. They made you forget, my queen. Wake up. Understand who you are, bro. Understand who you are. It's not a game. People take what I say as a game. People take what this type of stuff as a game, when in reality, look at your life. Look at your life. Look at how you operate your life. You thinking you going about your life and just whatever. Whole time, my nigga, or whole time, king, whole time, queen, you not even understanding, you causing every single thing that happened in your life, whether you perceive it to be good or bad. And when you understand how to manipulate these energies and manipulate these laws, but responsibly, that's when you understand that none of this is a game. None of this is a game. Like, you gotta honestly take that shit serious. Like, with great power comes with great responsibility, bro. Knowledge is power. So with great knowledge comes with great responsibility. You can't just go around just using your knowledge for ill will. You can't. The ancestors not gonna rock with that, bro. Your true self or God is not gonna rock with that, because you know what you do when you by yourself. Only you know what you do when you by yourself. Only you know. That is God, my nigga. So when you get around other people, you can sit here and people will be able to read you, bro, because it's not you. It's you, but it's not you doing that. They can literally see it in your face. If you a killer, if you a thief, if you a liar, people like me will be able to look at you and tell. You will be able to wear it. It will be in your aura, my nigga. It will be in your body language, your face, everything, bro. And people like me, you can't get over on people like me. We will always be 10 steps ahead, bro. Always. Because people have ill will, and he'll have ill will intentions out here, but you move with love, though. That's what you do. But that's another topic for a different day. I just rambled just to give y'all just a little bit of idea of like how deep this, you know, so-called God should go. It's not necessarily like you're God, like you are God. But when you know this stuff and you take the time to actually learn, you understand why a lot of the things in our community happen the way that they do. Why a lot of us get put on drugs. Why a lot of us go to jail. Why a lot of people are in survival mode. Like, you understand why. Like, you actually have sympathy for it, because it's like, that's not you. Like, when I look at you and I know and I listen to these stories and you listen to these people, bro, that's not them. Like, you can really honestly, sometimes they just be put in that stuff. The environment made them into that way. We are the greatest imitators, bro. The greatest imitators, because we are the greatest creators. So when we see something, we're gonna imitate it and create it in our own way, because we're all individual. We're all unique. We all have different personalities and different ways about how we express ourselves and how we communicate and how we, you know, think about our emotions and how we talk about our emotions. We all have different ways of doing it. But that's God. because God is one. Where did that energy come from? How did that energy get created? How as you an individual how were you so uniquely created, bro? Everyone's not the same. You got to think about that. Everyone's not the same. It's like we're all copies. We're all clear-cut copies of the same fucking thing. That is crazy. That's crazy. But I'm going to get to the nitty-gritty of the video now. So this is not let me get something straight. Let me put something straight before I start this. Every religion out there has a source. And if you follow the source, and if you know knowledge, you can find the source. Let me repeat that. Every religion has a source, and if you use knowledge correctly, and you know thyself, you will find the source. So if we look at, say, you look at Christianity. Let's look at Christianity. Different parts of the Bible. First of all, let's get something straight. We all knew so-called Jesus, which ain't even his real motherfucking name, mind you. Y'all disrespect him every single day, mind you. Y'all disrespect him every day. Let's just say that. But just by y'all not knowing thyself, y'all just disrespect him off the rip. But that's okay, because some people are ignorant. Some people don't know. And that's okay. That's why we're all here to grow and learn new information. You know, we're here for a journey. We're here for a purpose. So his real name was Yeshua ben Yusuf. So when you think about Yeshua, and you think about all these characters in the Bible, and then you think about New Genesis and, you know, Cain and Abel and Jacob and separating the lambs and all the other, you know, the light skin from the dark skin lambs. You gotta interpret this shit, bro. Like, it's esoteric knowledge. It's Freemason knowledge, bro. Let me repeat that. It's esoteric knowledge and Freemasonic knowledge. This is stuff that Freemasons know. This is stuff that Freemasons know, my nigga. Like, Freemasons know this shit. Freemasons, like, I'm like full on 33rd degree, and mind you, 33rd degree Freemasons. They know this shit. I'm just a regular nigga on the internet just coming to tell you though. I'm just coming to tell you. I'm just a regular. I'm not regular. Let me just not say that. But I'm a character on the screen that you're looking at right now, telling you this information. But this is Freemasonic knowledge, esoteric knowledge that they hide from the public, that they hid through thousands and thousands of years of destroying our history and our story, and taking credit and reverse engineering it to define their story, to explain their story without necessarily coming out and saying it. So you gotta read between the lines when it comes to these texts, bro. When it said Jacob, mind you, Jacob. I'm gonna get into that name a little bit later. We at 18 minutes, going on 19. I'm gonna try to short it. So when he said he separated the dark skin from the light skin lambs, why are they dark skinned? Why are they light skinned? Why are you separating lambs? And usually when you call like children, when you refer to people, what do you call them? Sheep. You call them sheep. When you refer to children, what do you call them most likely? You most likely will call them a lamb if you call a general adult a sheep. Or you call a group of people sheep. You call kids lambs. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you get what I'm trying to say, bro. So it's like, and then in the Islamic faith, what do they say? What do they say about the creation of where all these people came from? I'm talking Ricans, because Ricans ain't us. Let's get that out the way. Ricans is not black people. Mixed people is not black people. White people is not black people. Asians are not black people. Indians are not black people. These are not people. These are archetypes. These are hybrids. Let's just get that out the way. Let's just get the rat. Let's just pull the rat out the box, the cat out the box. Let's just address the elephant. Whatever motherfucking metaphor you want to use in this situation, bro. These people are archetypes. Hybrids. These people are hybrids. These people are not even real people. These people are not even real. These motherfuckers are NPCs. These, like, the real deeper meaning of an NPC, bro, is a being that's not, you're not human, bro. You're not human. You're not human. You are not human. You are not non-ether. Now, now some people may attack me and be like, oh, I'm mixed. I'm Afro. Let's talk about it. You're not gonna compare a woman that says she's Afro-Latino and say she looks Latino. You will never compare her to an authentic melanated woman. You will never compare it. Why? Because you deeply know that is not you have no part of my heritage. You are not me. If you cannot even create a child and that child don't turn out to be the same color as me, bruh, that child is not God, bro. This is esoteric knowledge. Like, this is shit that people don't want to talk about and admit, but I'm just gonna be the one to say it. I don't give a fuck. Call me racist, call me whatever the case may be. I'm for my people. I know who my people are. And at the end of the day, bro, we can look at you and tell. And if you look at history, if you look at how if you even look at how if you even look at like how these people were created, bro, it's like you wouldn't even understand. Like, you wouldn't understand. Like, these niggas are hybrids, bro. These motherfuckers is not real, bro. And they made you think we the same. We not the same. We don't think the same. We are not naturally the same. My hair puffs out and looks like a fucking tree. Your hair, it look like dog hair. You can't even lock your hair up the way I can. Like, it's just, you can't even do it. You can't even lock your hair up the way your locks don't even look nothing like mine. Your hair doesn't even look anything like mine. Your child doesn't even look anything like my child. Why you think every race wants a black person, wants a black man or a black woman? So let me get to that. So there was a man, a scientist, that was our brother. He's still our brother. At the end of the day, he just served his purpose. And they kind of explain this shit through movies, like with King the Conqueror. Like, his name was Yakub, the big-headed scientist. And I'm gonna leave a video that I recommend that y'all watch at the end. And I'll also leave some other shit in there as well for y'all to check out as well, for y'all to kind of tap into the information to really, really see like how deep this so-called spiritual shit go. People don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about it. Either some of these motherfuckers that are, so-called influencers know, and they don't give a fuck about it. They just want to make a bag. Or they genuinely don't know, and this shit is just a facade. Like, all these motherfuckers is fakes. Either way it goes, it still defeats the purpose of why there was an awakening to begin with. Like, it defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose of you even being here to begin with. Like, we're in the age of Aquarius. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm an Aquarius. I know how this shit go, bro. I'm supposed to broadcast this information through a fucking cellular device. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to broadcast this shit. Because it's my purpose. This is one of the reasons I'm here. I don't do this shit for money. I don't do this shit for fame. I want people to know. I want people to know. So then when we have these conversations, we have a different type of conversation. We're not talking about the same thing that we was always talking about. We're not talking about the same thing that we always used to talk about so-called financial freedom and all this other extra shit. That's really like we're not gonna have those type of conversations. We need to have a different type of conversation once we know this information. Once we know that information, bruh, everything changes, bruh. It's either you gonna change your life and move in a different direction, or you not. It's just simple as that. We're going on like 30 minutes. Goddamn. All right, so I'm gonna just keep going. So boom, his name was Yakub. Now, if you look at the story of Yakub and how he was raised, it's a pretty sad one. Like he's lost both of his parents. You know, he was born out of really two tribes that didn't really like each other. He was born from that. You know, he was born. His mother was a surface dweller, and his father was based. There were. Do your research. Long story short, there's civilizations under us and have been under us for thousands upon millions of billions of years. So this shit ain't nothing new. This shit ain't nothing new. But long story short, his father was, you know, there were civilizations under the earth, and when they made it and had Yakub, his father was essentially he was essentially killed. His mother didn't receive the same fate, but she was forced out and had to essentially care for the child on her own, and she went insane and killed herself. And then his uncle raised him. Now here's where shit started to get spicy. Like here's where shit starts to like really start to click. He discovered through magnets that opposites attract. So he told his uncle that he would one day make a being that would overthrow and conquer the so-called black woman. Let me repeat that. He said he would make a being that would conquer the black woman. And you gotta think, bro. Look outside. Who runs the world, bro? Think about it. I'll put it to you like this, bro. Because even celebrities know. Celebrities know. When you talk about, he goes by many names, bro. He goes by many names. When you talk about God from the fucking Bible and you think about Satan, God is Satan, bro. God is Satan. God is Satan. And from the Bible, from the Christian Bible, I don't give a fuck if you talking about the Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, King James. I don't give a fuck what Bible you talking about, bro. It's the same motherfucker, bro. It's the same person. Yakub is God. Yakub is Satan. Yakub is Zeus. He goes by many names. He wants you to believe that he does not exist. That's how he keeps you in this cycle. That's how you are stuck in this cycle, because you are literally generating the fucking reality, bro. You're operating the reality instead of fucking destroying it. That's why I spoke about the fucking definition of God in the beginning. You're generating this outcome. He generated it. You're operating it instead of fucking completing the cycle and destroying it. The only way you destroy it, see, the sun doing his job. The sun is doing his job. The sun is doing his job. It's awakening a lot of people. It's raising the vibration of Gaia. It's raising the vibration of many many so-called melanated beings on this planet, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. But the thing is, bro, the only way this shit will ever end, and that's when he'll make his appearance. Honestly, if you look at King the Conqueror, he's bro, I had this conversation with my man. See, I know who y'all is. Like, shout out, abundance and love. But like, King the Conqueror is Yakub. Let's put it to you like that. He is Yakub. The God that you think you're worshiping, bro, is the same motherfucker that's literally generating your reality to constantly keep living in this shit, bro. You think, see, here's the thing, and this is why black people, we will never, like you gotta look at the vibration of religious people like Christians and Islamic individuals. You gotta look at the vibration of like when they pray. Like, who are you praying to? Who are you giving power to? And then when it happens, you honestly think it's good. You selling your soul. You're selling your entire being. You're selling your entire experience just to sit here and say that you got this or that you got that. When you look at celebrities, what do they always say here and say? I think the man above. I think God. What God are you talking about? They all Christians. We can all assume that LeBron James, the fucking Beyonce, all these motherfuckers is Christians. That they worship the God, so-called Christianity God. Let's all just assume. Even if by assuming, they are still worshiping fucking Yakub. Think about it. Why do they fucking make you put a hand on the Bible? Why do they use a Bible? Why do they use the Bible? Why do they say on the back of a dollar bill, "In God we trust," with the fucking pyramid and the all-seeing eye? When literally that is us. I got this shit tatted. The so-called all-seeing eye is just the eye of Horus or the eye of Ra. So why is it called the all-seeing eye? And why does it say, "In God we trust"? What are you talking? What God? I hope somebody out there, this shit is clicking for them right now. I hope this shit is clicking right now. I hope this shit is actually starting to make you like, what the fuck? Nah. I hope it's starting to make you do that. Because that's how deep this shit go. And by you understanding that, you understand that I am fucking right, bro, with everything I'm saying to you, bro. I cannot lie to you. You don't make this shit up. No one on the internet is gonna come out and flat out say this shit to you, bro. No one's gonna come out and flat out say it to you. Especially people my age. My age of people, we so lost, it's not even funny. And we ain't even gotten started with this life shit. We ain't even got started yet, and we already behind. We are already behind. No cap. No cap. So it's like, bro, like, ain't nobody gonna come to you and tell it to you raw and just clear cut. That nigga that everybody worshiping is Yakub. That's the same motherfucker that made these motherfuckers that's enslaving you. Think about it. They worship the same God. And you're worshiping their God too. And they enslaved your ass. What God are y'all worshiping? What God are they subconsciously drawn to? You got to think about it. Everything is subconscious, bro. God is subconscious. The God within you is subconscious. It's your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't know right from wrong. It just sees creation. It just creates creation. It creates space and time for you to exist and experience it. It creates the flow of time for you. It creates the space. Think about it. You've never been to Florida, but somehow your brain is able to create a whole new reality in front of you, and you've never been to Florida. Yes, it may exist, but you don't know exactly that it exists. You just have evidence. You got evidence that it exists. Say you didn't know that it existed. Say you was a child. If you went there, that would be the first thing. The first thing you'd be like is, wow, like this shit is new. Shit is new. Your brain did not know. You only see 1% of shit that's actually there. You only really know 1% of what you've only really unlocked maybe 1% of your brain. You don't even know the other 99%. So everything that I'm telling you could be sounding crazy to you because you be like, bruh, it's already there. I just have to go there. But you gotta think. Your mind has to create it. You have to be able to see it. You have to be able to hear it. You have to create the shit first. Your subconscious mind has to create the shit first before you even get there. Think, bro, put it to you like this. Your subconscious mind already knows that when you go over to this person's house, they're like, okay, like, your subconscious mind already knows when you go over to this person's house, they're gonna exist. So you already know. So it's like when you get there, you see it. You see it. You create the person in front of you. You create the person in front of you. You create the vibration in atoms and frequency, and that's how they appear in front of you, and vice versa. I don't exist to someone, bro. I only exist until you see me. So if I never seen it, then how do I know that it exists? That's what like how they say, like, bro, how do you know, like you never saw your neighbors bring in groceries, like shit like that shit that'd be like, oh, whatever. But if you think about it, bro, if you really relate that to everything around you from your subconscious standpoint, how do you know that this place exists? How do you know? You never been there, and if you did, you gotta be there again to go see if it exists. So how do you know that it's still there? It could have burnt down. It could have burnt down. How do you know it still exists? You just go there under the assumption. You thinking you doing something, but the whole time, bro, that's not you doing that. That's not you. You thinking, oh, I'm going to call this person, and then they call you. You thinking like, oh, you hearing all these motherfuckers talk, all these motherfuckers spiritual so-called gurus talking about like, oh, y'all vibration was on the same. No, nigga, no. Your subconscious mind is in tune to shit that you're not even in tune to consciously. Your subconscious mind is creating shit and you don't even know what it's creating. You don't even know what it's creating right now. You don't know who the fuck you're gonna meet tomorrow, but your subconscious is creating that person. Your subconscious created that person for them and created the path that they needed to go for you to cross paths with them. It's like a job. If you got a job interview, you don't know you're going to get that job, but my nigga, you go there under the assumption that you're going to get it. And they could have already sat here and went through a whole interview process with you and already had it in their mind they was going to hire you. Your subconscious mind know that. I promise you, your subconscious mind knows everything. Your subconscious mind is God, bro. Your subconscious mind is the God. It is the true self. It is the true self. That's where all your memories lie from, bro. And they try to steal that from you. He tried to steal that from you. He tried to take that from you. Not purposefully, though. Not intentionally, though, bro. It's all purposeful, bro. It's all by design. It was supposed to happen. He was supposed to come back and create these different fucking beings and these different races of people that would sit here and make us motherfucking believe that we gotta humble ourselves for them just so then they could exist. Nigga, you needed me to exist, nigga. You needed me. I made you. You're my creation. If you really want to talk about it, if you really want to think about it, bro, you're my creation. You're my creation. You came from me. You came from my blood. Without me, you wouldn't exist. That's a fact. That's a fact. Without the dark recessive gene, bro, these niggas would not exist. And that's what I say, bro. Look at the sun and look at the general consciousness of Earth, of people on Earth. See, before the sun wasn't even hot. Before the vibration of the sun wasn't to where everybody was kind of getting in tune and everybody was starting to actually realize their worth, so-called, and, you know, get into this path of so-called spirituality, bro. See, the sun got a lot to do with what's happening here on Earth. As above, so below. As above, so below. So whatever is happening in the skies, so-called, or in the waters that the fucking Bible likes to talk about, the firmament, which I'm gonna make a video on that, because everybody, it's a lot of people that have this misconception of how the Earth looks and how the sun looks and how the planets look and like where the fuck we are. I'm gonna get to that in another video. But yeah, back onto this dude named Yakub, bro. Like, he's the God. Like, he's the God that everybody's worshiping, bro. That's why we will forever, we not forever, but we will continue to be in this shit, bro. Like, we will continue to not necessarily suffer. There is no such thing as suffering, bro, because it's all experience. But we will continue to, like, this matrix will still be up when we wake up the next day. This shit will still be the way it is. Like, everybody's kind of looking around like, why is it this way? Why? Bro, blame that motherfucker, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Blame him. Then blame yourself. Blame yourself. Blame him, but blame yourself. Blame yourself for not realizing that. Blame yourself for not understanding that and not being like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga, what? Like, blame yourself. Like, I don't know about y'all niggas, bro, but when I figured that shit out, when I found that shit out, when I figured that shit out, ain't nobody tell me. Let me get that straight. Ain't nobody telling me. Ain't nobody telling me. I've always seen Yakub. Not because he's evil. He's not an evil person. He's not an evil individual. He's not an evil being. He's not evil. There's no such thing as evil. He served his purpose. He served as the example that we needed to see. So then we knew, by knowing that information, what to do. That's what's important. That's what's important, bro. Knowing this information so then we don't repeat this shit again and again and again and again and again. Because I promise you, bro, I've seen this shit happen too many times, bro, where people, we get close and then, like, I'll just wake up in this shit again. I'll just keep waking up in this shit again. That's why I can sit here and say, like, to people that personally know me, it's like I can sit here and say some shit that I know is going to happen or that I know to be true. And then as the world goes along and people start to go along when they path, they start to find it for themselves. Ain't nobody tell me this information. I come from a Christian family. I'm going to put that out there. I come from a Christian organized family. You know, a lot of my family members are Christians and were Christians and still are Christians. I got some family members, though, that believe that they don't believe in, like, you know, they don't understand. They're not in tune to the same shit that I'm in tune to, but they say certain words. And by you saying certain words, you already are steering away from the so-called Christianity mindset. But you're scared. You're scared to dive deep into the unknown, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay for everybody. Everybody's not ready for that type of understanding of, like, damn, like, I'm basically worshiping the boogeyman. Like, you basically worshiping the boogeyman. I understand. Like, you putting your power into something that is really teaching you to not put your power into it. Like, it's not teaching you directly, but it's teaching you through the consistent torment and massacre and punishment done unto your people. You gotta think. Jesus, there is no such thing as the fucking rapture. Nowhere in the Bible you won't find Jesus or anybody talk about the rapture. You know where the rapture came from, my nigga? You know where that idea of the rapture came from? The rapture came from fucking, I think his name was Paul. Paul was in the desert. He was in the desert and he was abducted by aliens, bro. And they gave him the vision that he was visited by God. That he was